Good evening. Being a true crime fan, I've always been fascinated by the Great Train Robbery, an audacious multi-million-pound heist followed by a decades-long flight from justice. And speaking of Britain's most wanted men, let's meet the teams. On my right, Tim Robinson, who's had 2 letters published in the Radio Times and owns a part of the Moon. Rob Butlin, an advertising cost coordinator who nearly got stuck in a lift with Bill Oddie. And their captain, Terry Prett, a former bookmaker who can tell if a cup of tea has sugar in it by touch alone. United by their interest in space travel, they are the Apollos. Terry, do you think we have too many questions about space on this show, or not enough?
You can never have enough questions about space.
I feel like I'm always talking about Mars rovers.
Well, there's too many of them these days, aren't there?
Give me an interesting space fact.
Venus has a day that's longer than its year.
Ooh, that is an interesting fact. I feel like I've had days like that. Now I'm going to say I've had a Venus day. That'll be a good expression. Welcome, good luck. You will be playing on my left. Bhagwan Manku, a dentist who has appeared as a background singer on an S Club 7 charity single. Laura Miles, a hotel housekeeping manager who crashed her car during her driving test. And their captain, Paul Mackley, a civil servant who was once offered a small part in a Bollywood movie while he was working as a diplomat in Mumbai. All massive music lovers, they are the Jukeboxers. So all good quiz teams need a music boffin. You've got 3. But what else? Who's the sports boffin?
That's you, Paul.
I like sport. I'm not going to say I'm a boffin, but I like sport, but probably further back. I don't find that I can answer questions on questions of sport anymore, but I could 25 years ago.
Well, luckily our frame of reference is really old and cobwebby, so you'll be fine. Interestingly, your opponents won the toss, but they've elected to put you in first. So please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
We'll have 2 reads, please.
Yes, you can. You will be seeing a collection of clues. They have something in common. What is it? Here's the first.
Could be the cat. Next, please.
Coat of arms. Flags.
It's something to do with the flags, isn't it?
It's got 3 coloured blue.
What's the Chad flag like?
Coat of arms has it got? Next, please.
Coat of arms.
No, Andorra. Moldova.
Yeah,
red, yellow,
got
blue
red,
flags.
yellow,
Or should I
blue.
go for the last one?
Let's go the last one.
Next, please. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Flags containing red, yellow and blue?
They all have very similar flags. Where are the red, yellow and blue? Paul?
Yeah, on the flags. So Romania are vertical. I'm trying to think of the order.
They're actually all vertical.
Oh,
they all have the same coloured vertical stripes. And then Moldova and Andorra have coats of arms as well. Do you know what the colours represent on the Chad flag?
Geographical, like the
a bit
sea, the
tough,
desert and something else?
Yeah, that's it. The blue represents the azure waters. Of course, it's a landlocked country, but of the marshes. And I think here in Cardiff, people often reflect that the marshes are an azure blue in colour. And the yellow represents the sunshine and the desert sands. I'm desperate to go on holiday,
Yeah.
is the situation.
This is a holiday for us.
Apollos, what would you like?
Let's try the twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Named after a dad.
Yeah, father, yeah. Take two.
Next. Well, yeah, because Will Smith.
Willow, yeah.
Should we go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Extra letters.
They're named after their father or parent, but with slightly more letters.
I'll certainly give you the points. They don't all have more letters. Let's bring up the other clues. They are all named after their fathers. Brilliant, coming in after just 2 clues. I'm amazed you saw Nigella Lawson and the first thing you thought was she's named after her father.
Well, I'm old enough to remember Nigel Lawson.
Absolutely right. Can you tell me who are the fathers?
So, yeah, Mike Tyson, obviously, World Heavyweight Boxing Champion. Danny Dyer from EastEnders. Will Smith from Independence Day. Nigel Lawson from Number 11.
Absolutely right. You know what I think is quite charming about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith? They named their daughter Willow after Will, and the son is Jaden after her. They are all named after their famous fathers. Well done. Back to you, Jukeboxers, for a choice.
Water, please.
Water. OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Is that like a coat of arms? Yeah. On the flag. Next, please.
Potato.
Next, please. So maybe one small bear. So dish.
It's all animals. It's all animals.
Maybe like mascots or something.
Are they the, what would we call? Oh, no.
Like the national animal or something.
Yeah.
Should we get the last one?
Next, please. What time of it must be an emblem?
Yeah, just get that.
Some kind of emblem for the area.
I can't take it, I'm afraid, not specific enough. So a bonus chance for you, Apollos.
Tim, go for it.
Okay, it's on their coat of arms.
It is not on their coat of arms. What it is that these symbols, these emblems, were used to indicate distancing. So if, for COVID reasons, you needed to stand 2 metres apart, this is what was suggested in those different areas for what that distance would be. Let's have a look at the kangaroo emblem. In Australia, they showed, you see, if you were standing in a queue, see how the kangaroo is politely queuing in between, so you're queuing for the bake of some nice lamingtons, whatever it is they buy in Australia, and the kangaroo's length is about 2 metres. A caribou in the Yukon, a bear in Siberia, and Montana, perhaps they don't have anything that's 2 metres long, so 4 trout. What might we use here in the UK, do you think, to indicate 2 metres?
2 people in a pub fighting.
Yes, you could. And if those 2 people in the pub fighting were Richard Osman and Stephen Merchant, well, one of them could lie down. They're about 2 metres tall. So they would do as well. So no points there, but Apollos, what would you like for your own question?
Horned viper, please.
OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Soul.
Move on, I
Know
think.
the word.
As in single. Or
Next.
soul name.
Yeah, move on.
So it could be the words.
Next.
Serve. Yeah.
Preserve,
Oh, yeah.
Preserve.
Pre-sequence, yeah.
but then the rest don't work.
No.
Next.
Reserve. No. Stable.
Well, you add
Constable.
C-O-N to that, don't you?
C-O-N.
So, yes. So
Conserve.
they all got C-O-N at the start.
Console. Yeah. Just C-O-N. Yeah.
You can add C-O-N to the beginning of the first word to get the definition of the second.
Exactly right. You're on the right track at clue 3. You were saying reserve,
Yeah.
preserve, but it's console, support, consequence, outcome, conserve, jam, constable, police officer. Do you know where they make the most expensive jam in the world?
No idea.
In Bar-le-Duc in France, and it's made from red currants, hand-seeded with a goose quill.
Wow.
Some people have too much time on their hands, don't they? Jukeboxers, back to you. What would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. These are going to be picture clues. Something connects them. What is it? Here's the first.
Sheena Easton.
Yeah.
Sheena Easton.
I don't know.
No idea.
Next, please.
It's a chord.
Accordion, isn't it?
Accord, east, accord, east.
Get next.
Who's going next?
Next.
Yeah. Well, that's
Summons.
Summons, isn't it?
Sheena Easton.
Accord, summons.
Next.
Last one.
2 seconds.
All end in Ena.
They are all Ena. They all end Ena. What are we looking at?
We've got Sheena Easton.
A
Second one.
subpoena.
A third one, subpoena. The fourth one is
Hyena.
hyena. Got a bit taken off track with the second one.
But you're the music team.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't
It's
got that
a
in my collection.
concertina.
Concertina. Oh,
I
dear.
know.
Yes, that's amazing. You recognise
Yes.
Sheena Easton, but not a concertina.
We listen to music,
It's
not
my
play
age.
music.
Funny how the human brain works, isn't it? Well done. And I think we all know what remains for you, Apollos, the Eye of Horus. It's the music question. What connects the clues you'll be hearing? Here's the first.
Anything?
No.
Oh,
I can't remember. It's
next. That is shampoo.
Shampoo. Trouble.
So it could be like a bathroom
Hair
items.
products
Right?
or-
Next. That's haircut 100. So it's all
so it's all to do
hair-related,
with hair.
hair-related items.
Oh, how ironic.
It's items relating to hair. So we had shampoo in clue 2 and haircut 100 in clue 3.
Very unusual to come in after only 3 clues on a music question, but you've gambled correctly. That is the right answer. Hairdressing. You didn't need to hear the Scissor Sisters at clue 4. And what do you think we heard to begin with?
Or Barbara of Seville, maybe?
It wasn't. It was Samuel Barber that composed that Adagio for strings. That means at the end of round 1, The Apollos have 6 points, the Jukeboxers have 2 points. On to round 2, the sequences round. The teams may see only 3 clues at the most before telling me what comes fourth. And you'll be going first again. Jukeboxers, what would you like for your first question?
The Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. You're about to see the first in a sequence of clues. What would come fourth? Time starts now.
Next, please.
ASAP.
Yeah. So could it be ASAP? ASAP.
Just
Always
go
in the way.
just to-
I could be ASAP, the first one, then ASAP, then ASAP. Do I guess? Or not? Should we give one more?
Yeah.
Next. We don't know, that could be
That's ASAP.
Just guess.
As you like
AS level
it.
exams.
Yeah.
A level of exam like an AS level.
Would be an acceptable answer. We've gone with the more musical alternative, a Stevie Wonder track. What is the sequence?
We're assuming that the first one is something like ASAP or ASAF.
Asaf
With
is
an H.
that bishop, yes?
Acronym demanding urgent action is ASAP, ASAP.
So we've taken the H off the end.
Assuming the historian is Asa or Asa
Asa Briggs wrote the history of broadcasting in the United Kingdom, a BBC historian and well-known writer. And so we're taking letters off the end each time when we want something that just means as or AS. And there's a Stevie Wonder song from Songs in the Key of Life. As. Well done. Back to you, Apollos. What would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Well, Ukrainian or Russian next.
Yeah.
OK, so that's the heptathlon.
It's the heptathlon.
So that would have been 2012. So
Thompson.
what's her name? Is it Dina? Dina Asher-Smith?
Dina Asher-Smith.
But what is the year?
Katrina-
It's World Champion.
No, it's going that way. It's Thompson.
It's
Johnson
19, it's
Thompson.
Worlds. Johnson Thompson, yeah.
Yeah.
19 Johnson Thompson.
Oh, don't have the year. What's the year?
Yeah, because
So
look, it's
15,
World
17,
Championship,
19.
so 13,
19.
15, 17, 19.
So it's 19. Was it Johnson Thompson? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
19 Johnson Thompson.
Is the right answer. You're in fine quizzing this evening. What is the sequence?
So it's heptathlon champions, and it must be the World Championships.
They are the World Heptathlon Champions 2013, 15, 17 and 19. But none of these people is actually the world record holder in the heptathlon. Who's that?
Might be Jackie Joyner-Kersee still.
It is Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Well done. Jukeboxes, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Might be Marvel character. Next, please.
Spreadsheet.
Ivy League.
Is this connected to a university?
Is it
Is it
numerals?
centres? Ivy Centre, Excel Centre.
XL.
Oh, yeah. Where it was
Ivy,
was
What's the
Ivy.
sequence?
XL, 4, 6, X, hold on.
XL
L is
is
40.
40.
Ivy is 4.
So
40
4
times 10 times 4,000.
4,000.
Should we go next, just to get
Yeah.
Yeah, next, please. CD
Yeah, so
is...
what's 4,000 in there? It's like-
that's
2 seconds.
Something like that. An MC.
An MC is not the answer, I'm afraid. Apollos, do you
BM, is
know?
it?
Just M,
And why would that be?
because it's Roman numerals getting bigger.
I think we will give you a point for that because you have come up with an alternative sequence. Let me tell you the sequence we had in mind. IV in Roman numerals is 4. XL is 40. CD is 400. Multiplying by 10 each time, we were looking for 4,000. MMMM. But actually, if you just put all the Roman numerals in order, you would get IV, XL, CD, M by itself. So I will give you the point. Very well done. As it happens, the Romans wouldn't have actually put MMMN anyway.
No.
They would have done IV with a line above the numerals. But we thought that was too hard. Now you know that M is 1,000 and it's MMMM, musical team. Can you name me a UK top 5 single that's worth 12,000?
Oh, it's Crash Test Dummies.
There you go. By the Crash Test Dummies, or 12,000, as a Roman visitor might say. What would you like, Apollos?
Lion.
Lion. OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Who's that then?
Don't know.
Next.
Move on.
bells.
Yeah. so-
Next.
No.
Have they all appeared in films or something like that as a child
Could be like
actor?
Marvel or something. Couldn't it?
It's,
Like a lot of-
It's Superman.
Next.
we
There
haven't
is no
got
next, is there?
Right, OK. So, a baby starting a lot. Toddler. It's, this is annoying. Maybe just, I don't know, Superman? What did Superman?
So Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
As a
2 seconds.
Clark Kent as a worker for the Daily Planet.
Have a look at the other clues. I need to hear something else.
Flying. Do we reckon?
Yeah, go
Clark
for it.
Kent flying,
Okay, yeah. Clark Kent as an adult flying.
I can't take it, I'm afraid. Jukeboxers, do you know?
Clark Kent as an adult in a phone booth.
That's not it either. What do you think the other clues are?
References to some sort of superhero. So we did Superman.
They are
by default.
all Superman. It is the actors who play Superman in that 1978 film. So, when Superman, or Kal-El at the time, is a baby, it's Lee Quigley. He grows up and Aaron Smolinski takes over. Jeff East is the teenager, and by the time he's Superman, it's Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
That is the name I need to hear, because it is successive actors as Superman gets older. Bonus question. Who has a child called Kal-El now?
Sounds like the sort of thing Kanye West would do.
Is very much the kind of thing Kanye West would do, and this is a person about as like Kanye West as it's possible to be in spirit, but not him.
Rees-Mogg.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, I was going to say, yes.
Jacob Rees-Mogg is the person that you think is most like Kanye West. Nicolas Cage, the actor Nicolas Cage, has a child called Kal-El. So no points there, but Jukeboxers, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. OK. This is a picture sequence. What would come in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Yeah, let's go next.
No. Next.
Oh, these are Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, the controllers.
So
It's
Y
an A
is
or an
what?
X.
X is on the left and A is at the bottom.
So is it a green X?
Oh, God.
Do we need to see the next one?
Let's
It's
just see
named,
the
isn't
next
it?
one,
Next,
yeah.
please. Right,
Oh, so it's green A, so it's a blue X.
A blue X on the left-hand circle,
Is the right answer. And why?
because they are the controls of a controller for a gaming. I can't remember
You
which
can
one.
say Xbox. I would say I'm sure other somethings are available if I knew what Xbox was. Other Nintendos? Is that a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
They're in,
that
they're
kind
in
of
our
thing?
house. Not played
Or is
much
it,
by me.
is it a console, like in the question you had earlier?
No.
Is it? Yes, I'm sure you can get other consoles. But this is an Xbox One, and we're going round the thing. Apollos, you get the last question. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
I think it's a San Marino player. Next. Next.
Yeah, next.
It's a cellist, wasn't she? But
Yeah.
Benedetti, right.
are the instruments they played? Somebody plays a larger,
cello.
somebody plays a double bass, something
So
like
is
that.
it something?
Was
Well,
Benedetti a
is it
violin?
the amount of
Double
strings
bass.
then?
Ah. Which
Well,
way are we
numbers-
going?
Well,
numbers-
cello's 3, isn't it?
No, cello's got 4 strings.
Cello's 4. So it's good down, isn't it?
5 string.
So someone plays at the balalaika, is that 3
Yeah.
strings?
Ukulele.
Or you?
Oh,
No, ukulele has
no,
4.
wait a minute.
Someone
2
plays
seconds.
3 strings.
E.g. Jenny Ryan,
And why would that be?
because she plays a 3-stringed instrument.
Not the right answer, I'm afraid. Jukeboxers, do you know?
Anything else? Anything else?
No, just go ahead.
Shot in the dark. Julian Lloyd Webber.
And why?
Just because of the type of instrument, I don't know if they're going up in sizes. I know it's a particular sequence, but that's all we can come up with.
I need to hear something specific.
Cello.
Double bass.
Is it double bass or cello?
Double.
Cello.
Cello. Go cello.
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 Unlucky. Jacqueline Dupre was one of the most famous cellists of all time. The next instrument up in size is the double bass. We've got Mark Kermode, who plays the double bass in a band, a skiffle band, I think. Had you said Julian Lloyd Webber, who I'm sure can turn his hand to any stringed instrument, was playing the double bass, I'd have given you the point. Unlucky. But I must say, I think the sight of the name Nicola Benedetti coming up and you saying, I think it's a San Marino player, could be our trailer for the series. It is the string family, instruments going up in size and players of them, and we needed a double bass player. That means at the end of round 2, the Jukeboxers have 6 points, the Apollos have 10. Connecting wall time now, and it'll be you to go first this time, Apollos. So please choose lion or water.
We'll go lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Tom Hollander, Tom Jones,
There's
Tom
island
Clancy.
groups as well.
Yeah,
Philippines,
Pet
yeah.
Sounds is a Beach Boys album.
Yes. Right, so
Tom Holland as an actor.
Holland, Hollander, Petty, Jones, Clancy.
Right, yeah, start working on those. So add an S to make a country. Netherlands,
Oh, yes.
Seychelles, Maldives,
Yeah,
Comoros,
Tunis, yeah.
Philippines. So there's 5 of those. Right. Okay. I think right. Okay. So let's get the countries out of the way now.
Yeah,
Comoros,
Netherlands,
Philippines, Netherlands, Maldives, Seychelles,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Right.
So what else have we got going on here? Finnegan's Wake, James Joyce.
Yeah, let's get rid of some of these countries so we can see what we're doing. Right, so Pet Sounds is just a Beach
Yeah,
Boys album.
which is the red herring as well.
Sunflower, Van Gogh, the Country Girls. Who wrote Finnegan's
3
Wake?
lives now.
I think it's James Joyce.
That's it, James Joyce. Right, so All Summer Long.
That could be Beach Boys.
Um,
Netherlands could be James Joyce.
could be. That's all we've got at the
Normal
minute.
People.
Anything in the woods?
Sun, Holland, Nether. So it ends in land. Those 2 end in land. Flower. Pet Sounds. I can't think of Pet Sounds being anything but the Beach Boys. Normal People. Normal People. Normal People's. Isn't that the TV series from?
Yeah.
By Irish authors. Irish authors. Right. The Country Girls. Finnegan's Wake. Normal People.
I won't hit the 4th one.
And
Netherlands.
another one.
Yeah, Holland, yeah.
I'd say Netherlands probably.
Okay, it's those 3
So
and
they're
one other.
Irish authors, and if we've got nothing else, the other one is Beach Boys albums.
Yeah, that's
In fact, I would have
tough.
thought
Is it
Netherlands
Van
probably
Gogh
more likely to be
paintings as well?
a Beach Boys album.
Possibly. I just don't know what the 4th one is here. We're going to have to have 3 goes at it. I hope this is right.
That's it, you solved the wall. Very well done. What about the connections? Hollander, Petty, Jones, Clancy?
These all famous people called Tom.
They are famous Toms. The next group, Philippine and so on?
Add an S, get a country, specifically an island group.
That's absolutely right. And the next group, Netherland, the Country Girls and so on?
Yeah, these are all by Irish authors.
Yes, they are. Netherland is Joseph O'Neill, the Country Girls, Edna O'Brien. We've got James Joyce and Sally Rooney, all Irish authors. And the last group, Holland, All Summer Long and so on.
Gonna have to.
This is Beach Boys albums.
I don't know why you're so reluctant. They are all albums by the Beach Boys, so you get those 4 points as well, and the bonus. That is the maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall, see how they get on. It'll be the water wall for you, Jukeboxers, 2.5 minutes, of course, starting now.
Travis songs, Coming Around,
Yeah.
Sing, Driftwood, and Happy.
Happy, yeah.
There's Disney dwarves in there as well.
So
Yeah.
Sleepy
Bashful, Sleepy.
and
Oh, no, maybe
oh,
not.
maybe.
No. Stonewall Jackson. Action Jackson, Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah. Sleepy Jackson, is that a thing?
Lee Jackson.
Lee Jackson.
Lee Jackson and Bad Jackson or Doc Jackson?
No.
Okay, so timid, bashful, shy, and coy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
3 lives now,
these.
plenty of time.
Right.
Okay.
Hartsfield.
Well, it's got a
Right.
dash after it.
Yeah.
So
it's
which
gonna
ones
follow
aren't
something, isn't it?
Jacksons?
Is it Hartsfield Jackson? Is that a thing?
Could be. And what's the other? So Hartsfield Jackson, Stonewall Jackson, Action Jackson. Sleepy Hollow, Sleepy
Like Action Man.
Doc.
Doc.
Oh my God, is it anagrams of fish? Eel,
Dab.
cod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doc,
yeah, well
Eel,
done.
Dab.
Well done,
Now let's think of
yeah.
the others. So the others are Jacksons.
Is it
yeah?
mullet?
Yeah.
Mullet.
Yeah. Mullet, yeah,
would be
ready?
the, yeah. Yeah.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. Moment of inspiration from you there, I think. Let's look at the connections. What about the blue group starting Sing?
I think they're Travis singles.
They are Travis songs. You got that one early. And the next group, Coy, Timid and so on.
All very sort of demure, words for demure sort of.
They all mean each other, sort of thing.
They're synonyms of each other. The next group, Bad, Lee and so on.
They're all anagrams of fish and eels, marine.
Yes, they are. Can you be any more specific?
Wet things.
I meant about the connection.
They're anagrams of fish, but they're actually backwards rather than just a mixture of letters.
They're going backwards. Dab, eel, cod, mullet. So they're anagrams running back to front. And the last group, action, Stonewall, and so on.
They all precede Jackson.
That's absolutely right. You know Hartsfield Jackson. It's an airport, actually, Atlanta International Airport. So you got all the groups, all the connections, and the bonus. That's a maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Jukeboxers have 16 points. The Apollos have 20. We are going to play round 4, the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all things you might find in a joke shop. Jukeboxers.
Stink bomb.
Correct. Jukeboxers.
Itching powder.
Correct. Jukeboxers.
Fake dog poo.
Someone's been going to the joke shop. Jukeboxers.
Whoopee cushion.
Of course it is. Next category, asking politely. Jukeboxers.
Please.
Correct. Jukeboxers.
Pretty please.
Correct. Apollos.
Pretty please with cherry top on.
Not it, I'm afraid. Jukeboxers, do you
Pretty
know?
please with cherry on top.
Pretty pleased with cherry on top. Next clue. Jukeboxers.
I'll be your best friend forever.
Correct. Next category, they all end with an animal. Jukeboxers.
Dandelion.
Correct. Apollos.
Ziggurat.
Correct. Apollos.
John Burko.
Correct. Apollos.
Jack in the box.
Yes, it is. Next category, universities and where they're situated. Jukeboxes.
Trinity College in Dublin.
Correct. Jukeboxes.
Cambridge University in Cambridge.
Correct. The bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the Apollos finish with 22 points, the Jukeboxers with 27 points. So you're one of those teams. I see it all now. Very well done. You are straight through to the next round. Brilliant round 4 from you. Very well played, you two. Apollos, you're clearly a brilliant team as well. You're not out, of course. You get another chance to win through to the next round later in the series. And so concludes another episode of Only Connect, the show so adjective it makes noun look like adjective other noun. I'm told if you've got one of the new smart TVs, that'll fill itself in real time. Positive adjective, time of day.